today is just going to be a relaxing day. So good morning or good evening whenever you are listening to this. Can I rip it properly? Yes. Okay. Grab a drink, grab something cozy. Let's unwind from the holiday chaos, shall we? Today is Sunday after Christmas, so Christmas was on Friday. And I love the holidays. I love all the decorating and seeing everybody and getting them gifts, but it genuinely just stresses me out a little bit sometimes. So we're gonna talk about, I was thinking about doing a food question, but we've had crazy enough weather and I want to share it with you guys, so I thought we would start out with that instead. So for those who don't know, if you're new, hi, hello, my name is Brandy and I live in New Hampshire. So it's pretty cold right now. I think it's in the single digits, so probably around 9 degrees, maybe 13 degrees Fahrenheit, so below freezing. But beginning of last week, actually before I get into that, I should probably let you know. So I'm using patty wax in my single placer. I make a mess of these things, but I do like the patty wax for single placer on square drills. And then in my multi-placer, I'm using blue tack. Still not, I like blue tack, but I don't like that it can't work on AB drills. It's just a little, so you always, as long as you have the patty wax and the single placer, that one works on AB drills. So you just have to single place them. But all of my flowers over here, those are all ABs. They're beautiful. Take a sip of my coffee. Cheers. That's good hot coffee. So anyways, earlier last week, we had a snowstorm, and within one night, within a 24-hour range, you got anywhere from a foot of snow to over 30 inches of snow in New Hampshire, which was crazy. And luckily I didn't lose power. I was worried about that. I could hear all my neighbors getting their generators started. Let's start out with why. So we had all the snow and then it was super cold. It was like 9 degrees out, so nothing was melting. And luckily it wasn't super heavy snow, but it was still a lot of snow. And then yesterday and the day before, so on Christmas and the day after Christmas, it warmed up, which was amazing. But then we had a huge amount of rain, like flood warning amount of rain. And the only hard part about that, when it's in the middle of winter and you do get rain, the ground is frozen usually, so it's not going to soak up any of the rain that falls, which usually leads to quite a bit of flooding. And there are actually a couple rivers, I wish I could remember the name of them, but I'm part of a Facebook group for New Hampshire, so it's a bunch of local people that will post videos or updates, and it's really nice to watch. But they actually had a video of, they were on a bridge and you could see the demarcation where two separate rivers had actually started to join. So the rain had flooded them enough that they met back up. And when I was younger, we actually had that happen in my hometown, but it was a bad enough flood that the river obviously went past its banks, but it never returned to the original path. So it flooded homes in its area, and where the original river was nothing, which is kind of cool, but sad at the same time that it affected people's homes. So yeah, we've had freezing cold weather. huge snowstorms to flooding. So we'll chalk that up to 2020, right? Anything that happens that's a little out of whack or crazy this year, I'm just like, you know what? It is what it is. It's this year. Just got to take it day by day. But Christmas was nice this year. We do celebrate Christmas in my family. And it was a smaller gathering than before, but I'd rather be, you know, safe instead of getting people sick or having too many people. And I think right now in our state we have a limit of like no gatherings larger than 10 people. I could be wrong. Oh, coffee. So it was small, but it was still nice. Got to see some people, have some laughs, hang out, eat some good food, have a couple drinks, and then go home. And Thanksgiving was kind of the same too. It was pretty quiet, really small gathering of people, it was kind of nice because I feel like you get to have more genuine conversation with the people that are there when it is a smaller group. And I did all my shopping, got that all out of the way. And there's something weird. So I went to our local mall and I found a store that local people can rent sections of the store and sell the things that they make, which I thought was so cool. So I tried to pick quite a few of my gifts that I was getting for people so I could support the local people that were making things. They did like herb infused oils and, you know, those bean or corn heating pack things, and they had all different designs. Some of them were woodworking, some of them were like resin style bowls and little paintings, and I actually saw a couple diamond paintings in there for sale. They were completed, but I was like, that is so cool. There's another diamond painter somewhere around me. But in where I live, every holiday, there are these, there are these people that show up, and in our mall we have, you know, the set stores. It's a bunch of like walkways indoors in this big building that lead you to different storefronts. I would assume it's the same in other places. And in the middle of the aisles, every once in a while, you'll get these like kiosk things that, you know, have miscellaneous stuff. One of them is like a jeweler repair. Another one is like a CBD shop. I love their bath bombs, by the way. They smell so good and they make your skin super soft. But anyways, I digress. So in the holidays, in one of these or multiple of these center kiosk things, people will show up that haven't been there all year round, and they will proceed to like follow you and aggressively ask you questions about their product. Like if they're selling straighteners, they're like, excuse me, miss, try this. Have you ever straightened your hair before? Do you have hair? You know, like just weird things. And you just kind of have to keep walking briskly, because if you interact with them, then they try even harder. And granted, I get there trying to work and make a living, but at the same time, it's like, let me come to you if I'm interested in what you have. It just stresses me out that I have to get past them to get to wherever I want to go. Well, I'm already stressed out about Christmas shopping, and I'm horrible at it. I love the people in my family, but I suck at picking out gifts. I really do. I think I just overthink it. So, yeah, it was just, they follow you and it stresses me out, and it's like, come on, man. And then once you get a certain distance away, they leave you alone and they'll go back to where their home base is, and then they'll prowl for the next person. It's crazy. Sorry if my voice is a little raspy today. It happens every morning. It does. I don't know if other people have it, but it's like a morning voice. And that's usually when I like doing my chatting and hanging out, when it's nice and quiet. The dogs are still sleepy. Neighbors aren't up making a bunch of noise yet. It's just nice and relaxing. And then I feel like it's a fresh start, and once I've done that, I can go on with my day. Actually, I think I have a Harbor Freight down from me, and I think after this, I'm gonna go pick up some more storage containers. I have a project already kitted up with those containers. Actually, I have two of them. I have one for me and one for my mom, but the one with Where the Fun Never Ends, I've been trying to do it out of baggies, and I just can't. I don't like baggies, and with having dogs, I have to keep stuff on the couch with me, especially because my craft desk is now my work desk because I'm permanently from home, so I just kind of uprooted in having an actual storage container instead of plastic bags. It works better for me. So I was thinking about doing a little come shopping with me while I go grab them, and then possibly kit it up with you guys. It would be a weird kitting up though, because like I already kitted it up. Kitted it up into the baggies. So I'm hoping that I can peel the stickers off of the bags. If not, I'm just going to cut that part of the bag off and stick it on with tape. But it's been quite a while since I did a kit up with me. I feel like there's quite a bit out there, videos of kitting it up, but I think everybody has their own style. And I wish Harbor Freight was more accessible to other people. Like if you're not in the US, I'm pretty sure it's kind of tough to get a hold of them. So I'm on the hunt for a dupe that I feel is comparable in price and quality. Because the video I just did on my other storage containers, the Doris Ward one, they're amazing, but they're pretty expensive. And that's not in everyone's budget to go ahead and, especially if you don't know if you like it, you know, that's a pretty big investment to some people if you don't know if you're gonna like it. And it's on Amazon, so it's not like you can look at it in the store and poke at it, see if you like it at all. So yeah, that's my plan for today, is some casual shopping. I don't think I'm going to go into my other stores that I wanted to go and browse around, because right after the holidays, it gets so busy in the stores. Like right before the holiday, it's super busy. Everybody's Christmas shopping. And then after the holiday, everybody has gift cards. They're doing returns, exchanges, shopping. So coffee. So it's probably best to wait a little bit longer, but I'm not the biggest fan of squares. I don't know. They're very satisfying, but they take a lot more thought process. And if you're new to it, round is probably easier. And the beads are a little bit bigger, so you need less beads to finish the same size canvas, which I feel like you could probably get more detail with square, which is why a lot of Chuck Pinson's paintings are in square, but still. Maybe if I do it enough, I'll get better at it and I'll enjoy it more. We'll see. I think the last square I did is Daughter of Peace. I still haven't finished that one yet. That one's kind of like a summertime project. I try and pick seasonal stuff. It seems to make me happier. You know, like around Christmas time, you listen to Christmas music and you watch Christmas movies. Well, when it's cold and wintry out, I like to do more winter themed or cartoon themed stuff. And then the summertime, I like to do the bright colors, and Pocahontas is in a summery dress and all that good stuff. you're in there, good. I was curious when you guys watch this video where you're from. If you could comment and tell me where you're watching from, that would be super cool, because I love seeing comments and I don't really get that many comments yet, but I don't know, like I chat with you guys. I like hearing back from you guys. It makes my day. It makes me super happy when I get a notification that I've got a comment. Even if it's a question, I'm still super excited. I'm like, somebody's talking to me. I wanted to do a live, but I'd have to do it on my laptop, and I don't think I could angle my laptop far enough down to show you guys what I was doing for work. So maybe in the future, if I get enough people to be approved for lives off of my phone, because I think you have to reach a certain amount of people. And then that would be fun. Where are you? I have to do searching for the last ones. I always miss them. So sorry. And I always search for the last, like, when it's pretty confetti heavy, I'm always searching if there's any more. And as soon as I put the color away, I find more. Never fails. Every time. Oh, I lost one. Where did you go? I felt you fall. I don't know. It went somewhere. It'll be lost until way later today when I find it. I think we'll do some arrows. Get some green in there. Oh, some of these are stiff. Alrighty. So yeah, I swear there was more I had to talk to you about. Oh, food tag, food questions. What is your go-to comfort food that you cook? That I cook? I'd have to say my unstuffed cabbage stew, which is pretty much ground hamburg, onion, cabbage, tomato sauce, beef broth, sometimes carrots, sometimes a little bit, like a half cup of white rice, and you just let it simmer and become friends with itself, and it is delicious, and it's easy, and it makes a good amount of leftovers, and the leftovers are delicious. I would say that would be my go-to that I make for comfort food, especially in the wintertime. Summertime, hi Daisy. Stews are not really the best, but definitely wintertime. There we go. Let's see. Some more green ones. Yeah. And then my favorite comfort food that I don't have to cook. There's a Italian restaurant called Giorgio's, and they have some of the most delicious, like well-cooked food. Like, you can tell it's fresh. And they do a brisket mac and cheese. Oh my God. It comes out in such a large, it's like one of those ceramic dishes, you know, that you can put in the oven or in the broiler. So they make all the ingredients, I assume, and then they put it in this pan and they broil it. And like the cheese and the crumbs on top of the mac and cheese get all like gooey and crispy, and then you've got like the brisket inside of it with the, oh, it's so good. So good. I don't think I'd ever have the patience or be able to make it, but that's like one of the comfort go-tos when I want to go out and eat something. And it's seasonal for them too, I believe. Because last time I went, it was this year around fall time and they didn't have it. And I was super bummed because it's my go-to. So yeah. There's that. And the next one is, what is your favorite treat? Treat as in dessert, I'm assuming? It doesn't say that you make either. So, something chocolatey. I'm not always a big chocolate fan, but something that's a treat and kind of decadent, I always think of chocolate. There's a really good cake that I like that's called the Chocolate Stampede. And it's layers of like chocolate brownie, chocolate cake, like a coffee chocolate mousse, and then on the top it's got like a dark chocolate ganache. And surprisingly, it's not overly sweet. At least to me, it's not overly sweet for how much chocolate it is. And on the top of it, they shave off, like, they shave or cheese grade a bar of chocolate on top of it, and then they serve it with vanilla bean ice cream. Oh my God. That is my favorite treat. It's my favorite guilty pleasure. I guess you can eat it and then you need a nap afterwards. It is delicious though. I can't believe how cold it is out today. I went to open our slider and our slider door is all frosted. I feel like a lot of people could get sick from it too. Even just like a normal cold. I've always noticed when the weather changes abruptly from hot to cold, especially people that go out and work outside can get sick. Because it's like your body can't figure out what's going on. But I'm very thankful that I get to work indoors now. 6 years of working outdoors was long enough for me. No more. Let's see. Next question. What is something that your grandparents or parents made that's your favorite? All right, let me think about this. So, there's a couple of them. My dad's mother used to make candies, like soft candies, and one of them was like a potato roll. It was like potato candy with some caramel And it almost reminded me, do you know those candies that are like called bullseyes? Where it's like a spiral of a golden colored candy and then it's white in the other spiral. It's kind of like the homemade version of that. And she also did these like balls that were bite size, and they had like some kind of fruit in them, some like gummy fruit, and then they had dried shaved coconut on the outside, and the texture of them was absolutely amazing. But you could only eat a couple because they're very rich. But I'd have to say those are my favorite, and I don't know how to make either one. But it also kind of makes it special because the only way I can get it is from her. Maybe someday I'll learn how to make it. But yeah, those are good. I'd say the favorite treat that I make, it's not really a treat, but it's a Jello pie. So it's like an old time recipe. You do a graham cracker crust and you make Jello, but you use a little bit less water, and you mix in an 8-ounce container of Cool Whip with it, and it becomes this light, fluffy, fruity kind of thing. And you pour it in the graham cracker crust, and you put it in the fridge, and you let it set up, and it just like melts in your mouth. For me, it's perfect summertime. So I know it's not really making something because you're doing like pre-packeted Jello that you make, and you add a container of Cool Whip, and then you put it on a graham cracker crust, but it's so good. I missed some ends. I always do that. Wasn't paying enough attention. Yeah, I talk about how my grandma did all these amazing things, and I'm like, I put Jello and Cool Whip together, and I put it in a container on top of a pre-made graham cracker crust. But yes, it's my favorite. Some people even do it with yogurt, like Greek yogurt instead of the Cool Whip. I don't think I've ever done that one, but I feel like it would be worth giving it a shot. Seeing if I like it. Does this look like anything on the camera to you? No. Me either. I'm glad we're both on the same page. What one do I want next? I want the triangle guy. We are. I haven't messed up any of these colors yet. Normally I'll at least do one color where I forget what symbol I'm on, and then I go for one that's similar to it, and I get pretty far. And then you have the question, or at least I do, like, do I just say whatever and leave it because they're close enough, or do you take all them back off? I like this color. It is a pretty green. Our dogs are doing pretty good, so I've got quite the few new people. So we have 3 dogs. I have a German Shepherd mix, I have a Golden Retriever mix, and I have a Black Lab mix. And if I unhook you, they're all there. And the black one's way in the back. I actually have to flip this because it was, oh, 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 oh. It's the vertical way right now, so I have to readjust it, so hopefully it keeps it proper when I show you the dogs and they're not sideways. We shall see. But anyways, the oldest one is the Black Lab, and she's almost 3. The German Shepherd is almost 2. And the Golden Retriever is, I think she's just about a year old now. She's freaking adorable. She has like an overbite that you wouldn't believe and stumpy legs. It's just the cutest thing. But they help keep me company, especially working from home. Some people like the interaction of coworkers and stuff, and it's like, I could imagine if you didn't have any pets, it would be pretty lonely working from home, but when you have 3 dogs, you don't really get much alone time. Even going to the bathroom, they all follow you. It's a meeting. They all follow you in, and then they stare at you. I saw a post, and I don't know if it's true at all. I don't know. I've never like studied dog behavior. I'm not a professional by any means. But there was a post where they were saying that the reason your dogs hang out with you in the bathroom is because when they're in a pack, they all stick together, and when one of them is going to the bathroom, they are more vulnerable, so they're protecting you. But I think that my dogs are just invasive of space. I don't know if it's necessarily like a protection thing, or maybe it's, you know, something that's ingrained in them to follow you everywhere. But I can't sneeze without one of them being like, hey, what's going on? You good? Actually, one of my family members just got, a little while ago, she got a yellow lab mix that's also a rescue, and he is the cutest little thing. Oh my god. And he's so soft for being a lab mix. I think he's a lab mix. He has that pale yellow fur, kind of wavy on his back, but he is so stinking cute. Ugh. I have a soft spot for dogs and cats. I do have one cat. I have a 14-year-old cat that I've had since he was born, because he was born on our family farm. And he just kind of followed me through the years. He's still doing good. He was yelling at me the other day with all the snow outside. He went to go outside and he was like, meh, I don't like this. I'm going to come in and yell at you about it. And just meowed. It's like, sorry, man, I can't do anything about the snow out there. You're just going to have to stay inside for a couple days. And then it finally started to warm up, and then it was pouring rain outside. So he's been stuck inside. He acts like he's got a hard life. He's got a cat door. He's got his own downstairs lounge. Cat door leads out to the garage, and then the garage door has another cat door, so he's got like double entrance. Spoiled. He doesn't really come upstairs that much anymore. I think the stairs are hard for him. I say upstairs, but we live in a split level, so like our downstairs is ground level on the front of the house. In the back of the house, it's kind of underground, so like the downstairs is where you would come in through the garage when you park your car and stuff. But he's got like his own little hangout. I do bring him up the stairs every once in a while, but he kind of likes it downstairs, likes hanging out, having his own space. We go down and see him. My mom's room is down there, so he gets her all the time. I can hear when she comes home and he's like, meow, 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 meow. And she's like, what, hello, hi. It's worse than one of the dogs. I don't think you could ever sneak up on him. I don't think you could ever sneak up downstairs. We'd hear Yoda going crazy. That is his name. If I didn't already say it, his name is Yoda. Big chubby black cat. My friend's cat's actually 16. It's like, holy crap. Could have a license. It's so satisfying when they click in. It's a pain in the butt to do squares, but they are satisfying when you get towards the end. Not that I'm near the end, but it is very satisfying. And I notice I get less fur stuck to them. Oh, more coffee. I hope you guys are all doing well. Unwinding from the holiday chaos. I'm sure I'm not the only one that gets stressed out about the holidays and shopping and planning and cooking, and I tend to get more sad in the winter anyways. It gets dark so early and it's just kind of meh. I can't take the dogs on WALKS as much, which luckily we have a fenced-in backyard, but up here when we have snow, they salt and sand the roads, and my black lab seems to have some kind of reaction with the salt on her feet. Even if I wipe them off afterwards, they get like so dried out that they split and crack, so it's just not worth it. Might be okay now that it rained, but now that it's like in the single digits, I don't really want to go out there, and then I worry about their feet getting too cold on the pavement. And they will not wear booties. Before anyone suggests, oh, get some booties for your dog, they will not. I should have started them on that when they were young if I was going to put boots on them. That's okay. Unwinding and diamond painting. I do more diamond painting in the winter anyways. Summertime, this past summer, it's a crazy year. A lot of work changes, life changes, house projects. Now it's time to take a breather from it all and just chill out. But now it's gonna be New Year's, and I'm not doing anything for New Year's. I don't have anything planned. I'm not going out anywhere. Alrighty guys, I think before I keep you any longer, before I've lost all of you from watching, I will see you again next time, and hopefully it'll be on another storage system. Bye!